Forces loyal to Libyan dictator Muammar Qaddafi are continuing to battle rebel fighters in Tripoli. The opposition has seized control of most of the capital city, but loyalist fighters have launched Scud missiles from Sirte, Qaddafi's hometown. It's one of the last cities under his control, but it looks like the 42-year reign of the dictator is coming to an end. For more this morning, CBS News foreign affairs analyst Pamela Falk joins us by phone. Pam, good morning to you.
Good morning, Terrell. Good to be here.
It's good to have you. Let's start with the news we got last night. Saif al-Islam, Qaddafi's son and heir apparent, not in the custody of the rebels. On Monday, the International Criminal Court said he had been arrested. How is this happening?
Well, Libya may be at a tipping point, but it is not over yet. And a lot of the information that's coming out is not true, and what we're seeing is a lot of play on the ground. It's not clear at some points what is happening. In this case, the International Criminal Court actually said that if it is confirmed that he was in custody, that they would like him to be turned over because they issued an arrest warrant in June. However, the Transitional National Council said he was in custody. Apparently, he was not. And that was just false information that happens in these cases, and it's so difficult to know what's going on the ground. Mohammed, another son of Qaddafi, was in custody and apparently escaped, or so we hear. And so I think what we're starting to see is that the situation is changing. Now, the comments that Saif al-Islam gave, Qaddafi's son, when the press caught up with him, were really somewhat shocking and very defiant. He said they had gotten the rats, quote unquote, rats out of the protests, meaning they were continuing to fight, and that to heck with the ICC, meaning they were not acknowledging these arrest warrants for him and his father. But that is something that we're still seeing, that Qaddafi himself, Colonel Muammar Qaddafi, has not been located, and Saif al-Islam Qaddafi is still around and clearly not in custody.
Let's say Qaddafi is found. He's found and he's captured. Do you think he'll be tried by the ICC?
At this point, it does appear that the Transitional National Council has agreed to have him tried by the ICC, and they were in continuous contact with the prosecutor of the ICC agreeing to it. That would be their obligation, and that is their commitment. However, there is no death penalty with the ICC, and that might be something that there might be pressure for, and to have a Mubarak-type trial in Libya. There's no reason to believe they would go back on that, however, unless there were some very serious protests in the country. It seems at this point the understanding is get him out of the country, have him tried, and move on. And that's really what Washington, France, the other allies who were very involved in NATO in trying to move forward to get the Transitional National Council in governance and Qaddafi out, are trying to do, is to see if they can get the money in and make plans to keep the peace.
All right, CBS News foreign affairs analyst Pamela Falk. Pam, thank you so much for your insight this morning. Appreciate it.
Absolutely, Terrell.